Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me. Like I said, I know we're about, 5 minutes late. I'm not sure. But I was kind of waiting for the room to kind of get a few people in it before I went ahead and started. And the main reason why is because I kind of want to give a background on a little bit of this case. And then, but there's not very much of either one of them. And that's the point of it. It's kind of very odd. There's no information on either one of them. But I want to say hi to Renee and Michelle. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I tried a little bit. Just a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I tried. So, basically, this was a request, actually. So I don't know if the person's going to be joining us or not. Hi, Jenny. How are you? I don't remember what their name was, to be honest, and I didn't write it down. So, but this was a request by them. So, well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I had no eyeshadow, so I figured I'd try it. It's like super sparkly. See? Anyways, so basically we're going to start with Shawn Glover. So, Shawn Glover is basically, both of these, it's going to be Roy Lane and Shawn Glover, and they are basically both have been missing from Stanton, Kentucky. So Shawn Glover went missing 9 months ago, but Roy Lane went missing 2 years ago. So, but their families have seemed to kind of connect on the subject. You're welcome. Hi, Lori. Oh, thank you, Tara. I don't know if you can see it that well because the light's so bright. But, so Shawn's been missing for 9 months. He was last seen on 9/27 of 2019. 9 months have passed with no basic calls back or updates to the family from the police department. They seem to be avoiding them. This is going to be Powell County Sheriff's Department. They said one of the family members, I believe, of the Glovers, maybe related to him in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure. I didn't get a name. I just saw an article where they said they tried to call the police sheriff, and that the sheriff picked up the phone, yelled at him, and said he didn't have to answer his questions and hung up. So that's a bit odd. And then, again, like I said, this is Shawn. So he was last seen also with 2 possible female suspects, and they both have warrants. But they were never called upon or brought in for those things to be asked about anything. So, and also, whenever his bag was last, his insulin, it was found, let me see. He had insulin he used. He was diabetic. So they found his insulin bag days after he went missing behind the hotel that he was last reported to be seen at. But then later they also said there was a house that he was last at and that it was burnt down. And that was on 10/19/2019. So that was the last update. So they basically said the home that Shawn was last known to be staying at before being reported missing was destroyed by fire arson, the police said. So he is saying the area that he remembers being the most in is at the house, set up, and there was trades, mud, grass, trees, just dirt roads, muddy, can be more often than not. So it's probably more muddy than it is not muddy. So the number he gave off is 3 and the letter MKD, and I think K is for Kentucky because Roy also gave off Kentucky. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, it's 2 different cases, but they're somehow, I don't know, they were both given to me at the same time. And when I looked them up, it seemed very much like their families have coincided and feel like maybe they are being stonewalled or something like that. I'm not sure. Hey, Tammy, how are you? So let's go ahead and get started, though, for Shawn first, because it is going to be 2 different spreads. So again, he was supposed to be staying at a hotel, or he had said that he told somebody he was at the hotel on 27th or something like that. But they found his insulin and the stuff that he needed that he couldn't live without, on I believe October, I think it said 2nd. pretty much, like days after. It was behind the hotel that he told people he was staying at. But like I said, I don't know how they're related. I just know other than neither family seemed to be getting any help from the law enforcement, and they seem to be backing each other up in the fact that they are not getting help. So they do very much support each other's families. So we're going to ask for Shawn's spirit guides to come in with my spirit guides, along with archangels and source, to give us a clear picture, especially Michael and Gabriel. What was going on at that time? Because I don't think he expected it. I think he thought these girls were his friends. I think they were girls, both girls, if I remember right. So I think he thought they were his friends. So, like, the recent past leading up to before it happened, the day it happened, he was feeling no strength. So basically, he wasn't feeling very strong. He was feeling out of his energy. That's can be Leo sign, as a fire sign. So he could have just been not feeling very strong for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and see how he felt the day that he went missing. Or what would be, like, importance of that day that he went missing. He wants us to know. He is saying there's a Knight of Wands energy that came in. Again, this is going to be more fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and it is going to be in reverse. I don't think this is him. This is a man coming towards him. And why is he... Okay, so there's the 10 of Cups in the near future. So basically by this guy I don't feel like this is him. I kind of feel like this is the person who did it. They feel happy with what they did because they haven't been caught. So let's go ahead and see what his strength is here. Yeah, the Ace of Coins. So basically he felt like he had no brand new offer or strength within this. Like, he wanted this pentacle. He wanted this thing brand new within the earthly realm, but it just wasn't working out the way it should have. Or he thought it was going to. So let's go ahead and see why the Knight of Wands is in reverse. Death. So this is the day that he disappeared. So the death cycle did come in. That is what it is saying. So let's go ahead and get the 10 of Cups in the future. He says whoever this is, he feels that whether it is him or them, but they felt bound and they are kind of stuck in their thoughts, and they can't. And then, like, in the traditional tarot, they have like a blindfold over their eyes. Like you said, you can see his hands are bound, things like that. So it's basically being controlled by your thoughts and not being able to get out of your own head. So that's how that person feels. So currently in the recent past, there's not the Page of Wands. So somebody came in and offered something to him that was very naive and very immature. So that's what brought in the death cycle with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I didn't feel at first like it was planned. No, this one was planned, yes. I'm sorry, this is Shawn. I'm going to mix it with the second for Roy. I don't feel like Roy's was planned. He's saying whoever the death cycle came in with, it was someone that he knew within his childhood. So these are not people he did not know whatsoever. He does know who they are. His family probably knows who they are. And so maybe they could bring that up to them, like the law enforcement, and see if that helps in any way, shape, or form. All right, so why is he feeling the Eight of Swords now? He's saying where he is now, he's had to learn to come out of that anxiety and put that energy down with the 10 of Wands. So this is more fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. He knows that he can no longer carry that burden on his back because all it is going to do is weigh him down. So he's going to go ahead and lay it down because he can't do it anymore. And I think now that he's starting to have a voice because nobody has spoken for him whatsoever or even tried, this is the first time where he feels like finally somebody's trying to talk to him. So now I want to welcome you all. I'll come in the room. If you can give it a thumbs up. We are looking for Roy Lane and then Shawn Glover. So if you're interested in helping us find them, I'd greatly appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the reading, if you could subscribe and hit the notification bell, I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and see what strength is in reverse in the recent past. Because of the Page of Swords. So somebody came in and they were kind of playing with his head a little bit in the recent past. So they were making him think that they were going to give him this earthly offer that was very good and that he would probably move forward in a very good way, like a brand new offer. But I don't think it's true. There was no offer. They told him it was an action and an offer, but it was neither. They never planned to give it. Yeah, and I feel like a woman was somewhat involved. And again, there is 2 women from what I understand, but a woman is in reverse. Queen of Wands, off with your head. So that's going to be someone who's going to be very aggressive. So who is the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands? They are the 7 of Cups. So whoever they are very overindulgent, and they always have been very overindulgent. So they chose to choose this overindulgent over doing the right thing and just kind of letting a situation go and not get to the level that it did. Sorry, this just fell down. Okay. Are you calling me, lady? Like, all right, so let's go ahead and see again why the hold on 1 second. He's saying with the Knight of Wands, the Tower came in, and Knight of Wands reverse, the Tower came in. This is the day that he, the death cycle's underneath it, so that would be the day of his passing. He is in the 5D, he is saying, and he is saying he feels now where he is conformed. He's been missing for about 9 months, so, Let's go see the 10 Cups is here in the future. So in the future, the 10 Cups is here with the Devil. So whoever this is that's feeling like they're getting away with it, the Devil is going to come in on them, and they are going to kind of wreak havoc, and they control them. So they could be addicted to something, chained to something, tied to something, and that's what's causing them to behave this way. So why is the Death here for the present or the day he disappeared? Judgment. So basically it was going to kind of happen. This was his exit point. He did make it as his life contract, but it's just saying it would have happened regardless. I feel like it was meant to happen by judgment calling upon it. So let's see what the 8 of Swords is here for how they'll feel in the future. Page of Swords. They're going to feel with the 8 of Swords, if you flip the energy around, it's up right now, but if you flip it around and this Page of Swords comes in and gives more information, you could possibly get a better outcome. And then he can go ahead and put those 10 of Swords down like he wants to. So let's go ahead and see why the 6 of Cups is here. The 4 of Pentacles. So basically, it could be something in the childhood that he had with them or just something that he does not want to let go of. Something that he remembers very much with one of these individuals. I don't feel like it's both. I feel like it's one of them. Like the other girl just happened to be there, but one of them he did like. And here's Death also in reverse. So now he has Death upright and he has Death in reverse, which means the day that he went missing, the death cycle started, and now he is saying that it has ended. So he's saying that, yes, he has passed over to the 5D at this point. So we'll get a couple oracle cards, see what he's got to say. Sorry, my wrist hurts. It's like sore. It's hard to shuffle. And welcome as y'all come in. Like I said, if y'all can hit the thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. If y'all haven't subscribed and you're enjoying the chat, if you can hit the subscribe button and notification bell, I greatly appreciate that also. That will let you know whenever we have lives like this in the future. And whenever we do cases like this in real time, and you can ask questions like everybody's kind of doing at this moment. So we are going to go ahead and move on now because that was Shawn's. We're going to do his oracles actually. So let's see what he has to say with the Osho Zen Tarot. This is going to be more of like where he is at peace with himself in the universe, more or less, or what he felt when things were going on. Hi, Kimmy. How are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? All right, so he had 5 cards come out for the Osho Zen Tarot. He is saying that he was having a point where maybe he was doing things that made him feel like he wasn't really sure which direction to go. It was kind of like the schizophrenia card is kind of like you don't really know what to do. It's like the duality of it. It's kind of like there's a pillar, but it's kind of both of them. Like one's dark and one's light. So it's kind of like you don't really know which side to go to. So then he said all he wanted to do was have harmony, but it was hard for him to find. But awareness came in and something happened to bring awareness to him. And I think that's when the cycle ended and that's when he started healing because something happened. And now he is saying he is with Source. So that is going to be his Osho Zen Tarot. We're going to go ahead and pull the Oracle of the Souls. See if he gives out any cards for that. Yeah. In the Osho Zen Tarot, there's one. It can just be conflict within the mind, though. It doesn't have to mean you actually have to be schizophrenic. It just means it's conflict within the mind of, like, kind of feeling pulled either way. And as we do that, we're going to also lay down this water. I meant to at the beginning, but I forgot. But that's okay.
Hello, Mom.
Hi.
I love you.
Me too. Before. My son's up. And we're going to go ahead and use this spray to kind of break any bad negative energy that might be holding on to the reading.
Mommy, I want to take my shower.
You were taking a shower, I thought.
Please, Mom.
And this is any other bad energy.
Please.
We already took a shower, I thought.
Please, Mom.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry. So basically with his card, he is saying the poet of Avon, the storyteller, fame, stagnation, and pride. So that I think it is him. I think he's very prideful in the way that he feels about himself. In that he feels that there is a stagnation because they are not able to find him, but he is still prideful. So, and I think this is with whatever female he was attached to, Morgan Leafy, the Witch of Ages. Anointment, growth, and deceit. So she was deceitful to him. She made him feel like things were going to go a certain way, but that's not how they went. So I do feel like that is what he's saying with that card. And then we'll go ahead and move on to Roy Lane next. Do y'all have any questions about his reading? Hey, Darlene, how are you? So like I said, next we have Roy Lane. He's been missing for 2 years now. But again, it seems like their families are somewhat connected. I'm good, thank you. Like I said, but it seems like the families are somewhat connected because if you go and look on social media, it's like they promote each other's like missing persons pages. So it seems, I don't know if they were friends. I'm not really sure. But basically he went missing 2 years ago. And he also went missing in Powell County in Stanton, Kentucky. It was last seen on March 16th of 2018. But then I also found where he was last, like, maybe seen or spoken to on March 12th. So I'm not really sure which one it is yet. But it was at Gasoline Alley at Clay City, Kentucky. So on 7/16, possible tips of leading to his location of his remains, but nothing were found. So they found nothing whenever they went to look for his remains. So right now, this is what the sheriff said. Right now, we are treating this as a missing persons case until we have evidence otherwise, said Deputy Eddie Barnes. If he is deceased, it will become a homicide or a missing persons case. Which kind of confused me because I'm like, isn't it already a missing persons case? A little bit. So that confused me. But they said, and this is going to be the number for both cases, by the way. So any tips for information, you would call the Powell County Sheriff's Office at 606-663-2226. So 606-663-2226. And they're offering a $500 reward for Lane. But so we're going to kind of, and the last thing I said, he was seen at a gas station, basically. That's the last he was seen. And nobody said like who he was with, what car he got into, where to go. That it doesn't say. There's no articles. There's no articles about these people. The only article you can find is like where they were last at, and that was it. And pretty much like it was like they were there and then they weren't there, and that was it. So it's very confusing. Hi, how are you?
I really want to go on a car tonight.
I know, but Connor's sleeping. I can't.
Do you want to take me?
I can't with Connor sleeping.
Can I wait, Mom?
No, let me finish work, okay?
Hey, Mom, can I please wait?
Can I finish work? Thank you. Yeah. The girls went to school with Roy? I already did do Orcoons, actually. I forget which one. I think it's in the Golden State Killer one or something like that. But if you do True Shocker Terror and then put in his name, it should pull up the video for you. All right, so we're going to move forward because I don't feel a huge connection between the cases. I don't. I feel like it's more or less like they don't want to deal with the legwork for it, to be honest. And I don't know if it's because it's a smaller place or I don't know. But I feel like it has something to do with like who was involved and what was around, and that's why they're not taking the time to do anything about it. So We're going to go ahead and ask us Laura's spirit guides to come in with my spirit guides. We're going to ask him what was going on from the time he went to the corner store, the time he disappeared, and where he is now and how he feels. Okay, so we're going to have all the archangels come in with source, and then any other guardian angels, ancestors, anybody else that is going to help protect us during this reading. So, again, I'm going to ask him what happened when he got to the gas station, then when he disappeared. When he got to the gas station, a bunch of secrets were released. So maybe he was meeting somebody there, and something happened, and there was a fluctuation of emotions, a fluctuation of cycles kind of going on. So maybe there was somebody that he was talking to. So there could have been somebody that he was having a relationship with, but either way, it was something that was emotional to him. So let's go ahead and see what, and it's like the 9 of coins, pretty much. Yeah, I said pretty much twice. Yeah, it's the 9 of coins. So basically, whoever it was, they kind of wanted their freedom and their independence. So yeah, I kind of really feel like this was a heavy woman's energy. So I said again, I don't know if he was in a relationship or not. In the near future, how do they feel? Or how does he feel? It's the Empress, so yeah, it's definitely a relationship. I don't know if she was pregnant with this baby or they had kids or anything like that. But if they didn't, I think she wanted to. Maybe he didn't want to. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and see why the moon is here for the recent past. Because somebody fell out in the cold. So whenever he got ready to... This might, like I said, I felt like he didn't know it was coming. But like I said, since it's coming out more of a love reading, I think he felt like that he was out in the cold. Not only abundance-wise, but material-wise with this individual. By these secrets coming out. So that's why he felt, maybe the other person felt that they were 9 of Pentacles and he wasn't. Because again, this is representative of money. With it being Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And they're saying by whoever did it, they felt like by doing this behavior towards him, it was going to bring temperance towards themselves. So let's go ahead and see why the Empress is here. Because the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands, it was like communication in the near future. It's not coming in still. If it does come in, it's going to come in very slow and might come bluntly. Because as you can see, it's coming very bluntly towards you. But I don't feel like it's anything that's going to come in fast anytime soon. So I don't think that, unfortunately, we're going to really know anything anytime soon. So let's see why the 5 of Pentacles is here. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles is here because whoever he was maybe possibly with, because again, this very much seems like a relationship. So the 4 of Wands, which would be a happy home, was no longer happy because of the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces was no longer in love. And they wanted to make sure that they flipped the happy home upside down because they were no longer happy. So why is Temperance here? He's saying the day that he basically passed, they were trying to bring in the temperance for the earthly realm. So this person might have been cheating with somebody else, unless he was an earth sign. But I feel like with them bringing in temperance in, it's almost bringing another man in. Near future, the 8 of Wands. Where he is kind of, I think, reminiscing on his childhood, and it's not coming in. And I don't know if he had kids or not. I didn't see. But if he did, that's what he thinks about a lot. Let's go ahead and clarify. And this will be for Roy Lane, so we'll call his spirit guides to come back in. We want to thank him for sharing his energy with us. Giving us a clear picture of what happened, as well as the spirit guides. Let's go ahead and see why the moon is here for the recent past. Because the 7 of Wands came in, so it's kind of like It's almost a little bit like it's not being beaten and battered. It's like, sorry, this is not how I normally see it. So, oh yeah, so it's defending yourself. Sorry, I was not used to seeing it this way because usually it's actual wands and these are like metal sticks. But yeah, so basically someone released some secrets and then somebody felt like they needed to defend themselves. So they were using these her wand to go ahead and defend herself against these 6 things. So maybe 6 things that this person did, because the number 5 is underneath it too. So why is the 9 of Pentacles or 9 of Coins here? The 2 of Cups, so love. So yeah, so this person no longer wanted to be, it's not reversed, but it's almost like they tried to make it work, but I feel like they're not really doing it with that person, with it upright like that. And that's why she's in the Empress energy, whoever she is. It's like they're waiting for the Wheel of Fortune to come in the near future. They're waiting for something to change and come forward, but it's like the 3 of Wands. It's not coming forward the way they want it to right away. So they're still waiting on it. It's almost like maybe they're trying to move forward with their family and it's just not happening the way it should because of what they've done. So let's go ahead and see why the 5 of Coins is here. Star in reverse. This is basically taking away life a little bit. So again, this is kind of what they were doing. They were kind of contemplating. To me, the star is life to me, a brand new start. So when you have the 5 of Coins with it, it's almost like you're out in the cold and there's no brand new start. And then there's no brand new start to the happy home with this Queen of Cups. So again, it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So they're very emotional, just kind of like the star represents a little bit of water. So it can represent that. So why is Temperance here? Because 6 of Swords. So they feel like they're justified in what they did. So they do, again, they're not sorry for what they did because they're with somebody else now. So again, they're not sorry. And it is the King of Pentacles, I feel like. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, because he's brought in a new world for this woman. And he's basically giving her the Emperor energy. So he is letting her know that not only is he the King of Pentacles, basically the earthly realm, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but he is also the Emperor. So he runs all fire actions and things like that. He kind of just, whatever he says is law and word. Kind of, not law, but kind of in his realm. He's the Emperor. So then you have the Empress with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the 2 of Wands in the near future. So there's a decision that has to be made, and they make the decision. But it leads to communication coming in very slowly. So see what that communication might entail. That's too many. That's like 5 cards. What might that communication entail? Right? So somebody didn't want to give up something in the earthly realm with the 4 of Pentacles. But they had to. So they did. And so whatever it was is basically, I feel like this person's life a little bit. It's like they had a choice whether to do it or not to do it. And so now they have, I feel like a woman's involved. And so now they have these children. I think they're his children. I don't know if he has kids or not, though. Or at least children he was close to with the 2 of Pentacles. So basically, they're still trying to make a decision. Like, what did they do? Was it right or was it wrong? So that is going to be his reading. And then we'll do his oracles. And if y'all have any questions about that, let me know as I clear the board. You're welcome, Renee. I don't remember if it was you or somebody else that told me about it. Yeah, that's the thing, Jan. There's nothing about it. Nothing. Nothing. Like, I looked it up everywhere. There's not even barely any news articles. You can't find it anywheres. And I don't understand how you can't have two guys missing. And then what was it, Sheena Baxter, who was just found not that long ago? She was in the same area, and they just found her remains. So as I'm saying, there's something not right with the area and the way that the law enforcement is handling it. So let's go ahead and do the OSHA Zentero for him as well. These 4 cards. All right, so right now he's saying there's nothingness. That's what it seems like, because there's no answers, but he is with Source, or the creator, which again to me is Source, all knowing. And then the miser. So I feel like this is the person who ever did this to him. She was very much in on it, and she is about to be released and silenced in the near future, but not at this very moment. Then we're going to do a different deck for him, since I do feel like it was more of a relationship thing or a friendship thing or somebody he might have known. We're going to use the Esther Marchetti, the fortune telling deck for him instead of the Mausolea, or yeah, I think it's the Mausolea of Whole Souls. Yeah, I don't remember who brought it up. They wrote it in my comment section, and I hadn't heard of it. So, and then I looked it up, and I was like, there's such little information. It was like, might as well just do it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's done anything about it. So, let's go ahead and see what cards he has coming out. He had a lot, actually, just now. So, let's see. He's saying there was a thief. Hold on. I'll put these in order. He was saying there was a message that was not given about a gift that he should have received, or somebody else should have received. Somebody stole it, basically. They took that gift and the message, and they took it away from him. And that way, it took away the pathway that he was about to take with somebody else. And that led to some bad health for him. And then eventually, it kind of led to whatever happened. But he is saying that he did, at the time, he was not feeling great. And his emerald stone right now is very dark. And when it gets darker, it means usually there's infidelity of some sort. So, again, I don't know how much of a relationship this is, but it does feel like a relationship a bit to me. There was nothing I could find. Nothing. I didn't find anything. I looked up news clips and like little videos, and there was nothing but a couple things on Facebook, and that was it. I just thought somebody should do it. You know what I mean? Nobody else is doing it. I mean, it's like, and then the Sheena Baxter thing just happened there not that long ago, and I feel like there's a lot of things they're not saying or doing, or you know, that kind of stuff, and that's causing an issue. I don't know where I put my lighter. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I need to burn off my sage. Doesn't Palo Santo? If it even burns, maybe it doesn't want to lately. This is the sage, and the evil be gone, banishing incense for your home. And put it by my cards and cleanse my decks. And then we'll spray some Palo Santos water. And clear the air. Hi, Lainey. How are you? I'll see you in a bit. Hope all is well. Sorry, it's so smoky. I'm saging. It's like super, super smoky. But I need to cleanse my cards, so especially with that energy for those cases. It was in Kentucky. Stanton, Kentucky. And I'm doing another case tomorrow about something else, but I don't remember where it was. You're welcome. Sorry, I'm just cleansing my cards because my bowl of sage is burning really good, so might as well. Excuse me. So do y'all have any questions about those readings? I said, I know there's not much information on them, but like I said, that's all that I could find. Like I said, and I just thought that maybe somebody should do something on it since nobody's done anything that I've seen report-wise or anything on it. Whoops. That's not good. My crystal fell on the floor. So I thought it would be good to do the story to kind of get it out there, since there was nothing else on it. Yeah, I was surprised when I noticed, when I saw how they said they were handling it. That surprised me a lot, to be honest. Because like I said, they said that they had, got screamed at by the sheriff, hung up on, told they didn't have to be spoken to, things like that. It's like, I don't understand why somebody would treat somebody that way. I don't know if they had mutual friends in common or not, but it kind of seems that way. I don't know, unless they just kind of felt like the police treated them both the same way, their families. So they kind of just handled it both, they kind of teamed up together to try to get the support. I'm not really sure yet. I honestly was just I was literally asked to do the case 2 days ago, And I went ahead and did it because like I said, I looked it up and there was such little on it that I figured like, I mean, I might as well just do it, right? Because nobody else has. So, I mean, nobody else is following it at all. And I understand they're, well, I mean, one of them is only 9 months. Like the other one's 2 years, but there's more cases there where people have gone missing and nobody seems to know where they are. Or they don't find them at all. So I think I'm going to be looking into a few more in those areas. That's for sure. Oh, it's your birthday week, Lainey? Happy birthday. Sorry. Like a bunch of sage burning. Well, do you have any questions about the reading before I sign out? We're about to hit an hour. So, I mean, if there's no questions, I guess I'll go ahead and close it out for the night. And we'll talk about something tomorrow. And my internet just did it for me. You have a good night too, Tara. Yeah, I looked up the store and I tried to like channel the store with the picture, but it wasn't the store. It was something else. Like it's like they took them up the road or they went somewhere else. You're welcome. I think it was Samantha Campbell that requested it. I don't know. Was it you, Samantha? Yeah, Shawn's insulin pack was found behind the hotel at the Clay City Inn. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing they had something in common, obviously, or they wouldn't be connecting the families. Like I said, but again, I mean, in the area, yeah, that's a given. But it's almost like the way they're backing it up. It's almost like I don't know if they're cousins. I don't know if they're friends. I don't know if it's something like that. But if y'all don't have any questions, like I said, my chat did drop out, so I am doing it from my phone. So you're welcome, Samantha. Ouch! Like it hurt. Like burned me. Spider bite or something. But I guess so I'll work on the case, other cases tonight, and then I will get with y'all tomorrow. But you're welcome, everybody, and y'all have a good night, and I will talk to y'all soon. Love and light to each and every one of you, and thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed the chat and y'all have not subscribed yet, if you can hit the subscribe bar over here and the notification bell, I would greatly appreciate it. It would let you know whenever we go live in the future for readings like this, or we do specials on spreads. And then it will also let you know when I just do regular uploads of videos about cases that I am interested in or that other people have requested. So, and then I also do private readings too as well. So, love and light to each and every one of you. Y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.